Dale. Sí, Zeus, de Bonnie Hill. Nevertheless, on this earth, yes, yeah. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are looking at the 09 to 11 Honda Element SC and the 07 to 08 Honda Element SC. I'm going to do a quick comparison of both cars because I always wanted to have both of them, but I didn't realize how much different they were with little details. Now you got to remember, most of these Elements, they're all kind of the same in the sense of the body. They all start off looking like this, and there's certain features that they have that are different. All the roof racks fit all the Elements. It doesn't matter what year you have, the roof rack is always the same. The side guards or the side rails, they are different. I think they vary from different years. The only car that you can't use them on, or if you did, you have to rig them, is the 07 through 11 SC. Now the coolest thing about these cars is that they're a bit dropped. They look lowered. They have the ground effects. They both have different bumpers. As you can see, this one right here has more of a smooth bumper versus this one, it has kind of like a ground effect. This one here has the lights in the back right there, or it has reflectors. I put the lights there. Now the Element badge on this one has a little chrome, with the SC being chrome and black, versus the 0708, which basically is a whole badge together, and it's in black, which is really cool. This one does not have the lights on a bumper or the little flashers or reflectors, whatever you want to call them. They both have the exhaust in the same location. This one here has square, see that, lights, where this one still has the round, which is pretty cool. Another little difference. Like I said, they're just these little differences that make the car cool. Now both of them have the same space in the back, obviously. Why? Because it's still an Element. There's nothing really different from it from back here. It's all the same. Now the other little difference is how this one doesn't have a side marker. If you look, there's no side marker. I never noticed that until I got an 07. Then I started to notice that. And this one does have the marker right here. Now the 03 has this style marker, which is in the front, versus the 0708, which also has it in the front, if I believe. This is the other one, and it has the same style marker as the older model. There it is right there. So the 0708 SC, I believe, is the only one that doesn't have the side marker. Now the headlights on these are different too. These have the circular with the, I guess, what do they call it, the little halo or projectile, where this one is just a straight clean headlight. There you go. It's got a running, regular, and then it's got the turn signal, which is pretty cool. Now the cool thing about this grille here is that it has the huge Honda emblem, and this Element has the honeycomb grille, which basically runs on the front grille and it runs on the bottom grille right here, as you can see. Versus the 0708 grille, it's this really weird shaped grille. I always figured or felt like this 0708 was more kind of like a Japanese looking bus because of the grille, versus the 09 to 11 looks more of a custom. But they're still both pretty cool. Now, once again, there's little details on these cars that are different. The wheels are the same. They're still running the same wheels. And the interior is pretty much the same, except the only difference, I believe, it's the pattern on the seat. This one here has like a weird pattern. It's kind of like lines. You see that? Sorry, it's messy. Beyond that, the color on the steering, it still has the black right here. Everything else is still the same. Car does the same thing. Door panel lines are different, but it's all the same, and that's in same engine, same tranny. Now this one here, if you can see, it has this tribal looking pattern, and that's one of the differences in the interior. Beyond that, this one has a gray steering wheel badge, and it has all the black and everything in there. Everything's still the same, even the seats. So as far as interior goes, it's still the same interior, just different patterns. I still haven't changed the radio on this one or done any stereo work. It's still pretty original. That's how I got it, and I'm kind of trying to keep it like that just a little longer. So once again, like I said, guys, the difference here in these cars, it's very subtle, but they're real cool when you start noticing them, just because it's interesting to see how these little things change. One of my favorite details on this 0708 SE is the badge. That badge is cool. I like the way the SE looks, and I like the way the full black on element. I still haven't really messed with this one as far as custom paint, but I do plan to one day probably black out the element and do this in a black with red letters. But what I'm doing is I'm hoping to find an extra set so I could have an original set and then have a custom set. But like I said, most of these are pretty much the same. Everything else, door handles, everything, mirrors, you name it. I'm missing my little trim piece here that I gotta fix. I haven't got to it. But as far as the cars go, like I said, it's little details. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the little details, and if you see any other details. Oh, the other one, fog lights. I forgot. Remember, there's little details. This one uses square fog lights versus that one has the round fog lights, which are pretty cool too. And like I said, there are little differences in these elements that are really cool, and that's kind of what makes them interesting when you think about it. But leave a comment on there, see what your favorite feature is, and what your favorite little hidden gem in these are. And like I said, stay in your element, have fun, guys, and we'll see you around. Have a good Christmas, and remember, check out the online store. You can get your own Very Element t-shirt, and there's different designs in there as far as the elements go. I'll leave the link in the description. Y'all have a good Christmas and a new year. Have fun with the video, guys.